running away. Welcome back to my channel. Here are more amazing vegan eats. Y'all, this smells so good. So how is it?
This is pad thai.
So I'm just tasting it to see if I need to adjust anything else. Ooh, that's good. I guess we can look at this video as an extension to last week's video because I'm sharing some really delicious vegan eats that I've been enjoying lately. So this first meal is a tofu poke bowl, and y'all, when I tell y'all it was so good, like the recipe that I have it on my website, but the recipe that I have, it only makes 2 servings, and I actually ate both of them. Don't judge me, do not judge me. Y'all, it was so good and absolutely worth it, 100%. So when I was making this, I was doing a lot of research on like what is a traditional poke bowl, what typically goes into it, what are some of the key ingredients that you should have, and an overwhelming amount of recipes that I saw actually called for seafood, so raw tuna or raw salmon, and because we don't eat either of those over here, I opted out and used firm tofu and marinated it in seaweed. I also used some soy sauce, some liquid smoke, sesame seed oil, and that really helped bring a really good flavor to the tofu. And so typically poke bowls are topped with a lot of amazing ingredients, and traditionally you will find cucumbers, you will find avocados, you will find green onions, sometimes like a rice seasoning, also like a spicy mayo, which you'll see me make later on in the video, as well as seaweed. Oh yeah, and edamame. You can't forget the edamame. Y'all, this is me trying to get a little fancy with my seaweed and cut it into strips because I feel like that's how all the restaurants do it. So I'm adding in a little bit of cornstarch because I'm planning to cook this on the stove, and I want some of the pieces to be a little bit crispy because y'all, I like my food to be crispy, and yeah. And here I added in about a teaspoon of teriyaki sauce. And typically I would cook my tofu until it is like super crispy, but because this is a poke bowl and the protein normally isn't extra crispy, we wanted to still have like a little bit of squishiness to it. Y'all, as I'm editing this video, I am literally sitting here like, okay, as soon as I finish, I am about to get up and make one of these bowls because it was so good. And if you are interested in making this, I do have the full recipe on my website. It's also linked in the description box, so go check it out. And this spicy mayo is really just equal parts vegan mayo and sriracha sauce. And there you have it, a tofu poke bowl. All right, next up is pad thai. When I tell y'all this was so freaking good, like, I mean it with every ounce in my body. Wait, does that make sense? Anyway, it was so good. And I used a very authentic recipe that I found here on YouTube. And it was by a lady named Pooh. Her company name is Cooking with Pooh. And she was featured on this YouTube channel. And when I watched the video, I was like, girl, this looks so good. You have to make this. And so I did what I said I was going to do. And I made it. And I did that because it was delicious. But one of the key things that you have to consider or think about when you're making pad thai, it's really all in the sauce. And I learned that from watching so many videos on how to make authentic pad thai. So some of the key ingredients that they use in making the sauce is a fish sauce. I don't use fish sauce, but I did have vegan fish sauce, and that's what I used. So you have to use a vegan fish sauce. You use some rice vinegar, you use some sugar, you have to use some sweet radish. I also did throw in some teriyaki sauce, as well as coconut aminos. Now you don't have to use those. I just wanted like a little bit more sauce in here, but it was amazing. And here's my sous chef helping me out with the extra ingredients. That was my boo, sprinkling in them onions. He did that. He did that. Okay, go ahead. Maybe just like a little bit more. So I added in more of the coconut aminos here because I felt like the noodles got a little bit dry. So the next time I make this, I'll make a lot more of the sauce that goes with pad thai. I would highly recommend, if you are ever cooking a dish that is like traditional in a certain culture, I would recommend looking at videos and cooking from recipes from people who are a part of that culture. I think that really helped this dish come out very authentic.
Oh, this is pad thai.
It's good. Y'all, this was seriously a chef's kiss. Like, oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so good. And I'm so hyped because it tasted so authentic, y'all. Wait, baby, so how is it?
This is pad thai.
I was so proud of myself for this because it was so good, and I was so happy that I had leftovers the next day. So I actually made this, which was the start of okra stew slash soup slash throw it all in the pot and let's figure it out as we go. And I made this for a Sunday dinner, and it was so delicious. I had leftovers, so it's also like a meal prep. And as someone who is a part of the Okra Stand Club, y'all, I was so excited to eat this, and it was very delicious. I love okra. I love okra fried, I love it sauteed, I love it baked, I love it air fried, and also in stew. I really wanted this to be packed with veggies, so I added in some shredded collard greens as well. So everything I have in here, I have chickpeas, I have okra, I have some collard greens, as well as some cherry tomatoes. need to add just a little bit more salt. Yeah.
I just want to say thanks again for the best gift of my whole life.
What? The ability to marry me?
I mean, my birthday gift of my whole life.
I'm gonna keep that sound again. Love you.
Love you. Oh shit.
Why are you running away? Okay, I am tasting this. I put the salt in there, so I'm just tasting it to see if I need to adjust anything else. Ooh, that's good. Yeah, I don't need to do nothing else. I think I'm gonna have this over some rice. This dish was so comforting, it was so delicious, and I absolutely enjoyed it. Plus, it was packed with veggies, and it doesn't get any better than that. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you tune in next week because we have some more amazing vegan eats coming your way.